What up, world? You already know what time it is. Your boy Mac Mizzle, the host with the most. Don't need to brag no boast. All I do is give a toast to the real folks who done paved the way, a real way for us players to play. We have a good one for y'all tonight. Toast a libation to the ancestors, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put it up in the real way. I got my player partner with me. Right hand other than the boy WI.
What up, though? What up, though?
Put up with your boy.
What's the motivation?
We out here, you know. Well, it's a good one, you know what I'm saying? Because in this climate of fake ass shit, square ass shit, Kwame Brown is a breath of fresh air, you know what I'm saying? And studying his history or where his background came from. He's a Gula Geechee, you know what I'm saying?
Bobby Brown is
Kinda
a
like,
Geechee?
No, Kwame Brown.
Oh, Kwame.
Yeah.
No doubt. Nah, I could see that. You could see that. He got them strong genes, for real, though.
So, you know, he's out there spitting the real, giving y'all his perspective on everything. Since everybody got so much to say. Now, I feel like he's a breath of fresh air, you know? And all the bullshit that's going down, you know what I'm talking about?
Right. Nah, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? He just speaking the truth, speaking his truth, you know what I mean? And certain people don't really wanna, they don't wanna hear it still. They can't handle the truth, you know, but he's also
he
very
literally
smart.
took social media by storm, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Talk about the go along, get along gang, everybody that was throwing rocks when they live in a glass house type thing, you know?
Right.
And it's so, I mean,
relax.
You know, it was a long time coming that somebody speak up and talk about certain things, you know? But when you're raw like that, they don't really want to hear you, you know?
Right.
But Kwame Brown, he had the charisma and the smarts to know how to word it in a certain way to make it powerful, you know?
Right.
I commend him for that. He
does that, man.
Because I feel like everything I've been speaking for the last year and a half, you know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers is just catching on and shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like,
yo, when you're ahead of your time, it be like that sometimes, man.
Yeah, you know, when shit comes to fruition, you just gotta smile and be like, yeah, that's what's up, you know. Cause I used to ask myself, I'm like, how could all these motherfuckers come on black males getting money in the NBA and the NFL or whatever, but we don't get the same energy with their white counterparts that are making money, you know, or any other race for that matter, you know.
Right.
So I feel like it's a double-edged sword, you know. Yeah, you're gonna get the ratings, but you're throwing your people under the bus at the same time, you know. That's why they say the most intelligent people talk about ideas, a little less one talk about events, and the third one talk about people, you know. You know what I'm saying? So that's what
dope.
it is.
That's dope. Intelligent ideas, smart events, and people that need or change your thought names. Well, yeah, people.
Yeah.
Nah, that makes sense.
Because the whole thing is, if you create a code, right? A code is something that can never be broken, that can never be tarnished. You know, it works every single time. You know,
Right.
because trial and error. You know, could always be upgraded, but it works. It works as it's supposed to. You know. So that's the type of things that we gotta invoke. That's the type of messages we gotta convey. You know, real live shit, going against the grain, the status quo. Because at the end of the day, it's all to go against us, you know. So we have to counter react that. Concrete.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the 5%ers do, you know. Knowledge is supposed to be born. That means you don't hoard knowledge, you know. You disseminate it the best way you can in the most accurate, constructive manner, you know. So let's go ahead and listen to some of Tariq Nasheed's live. He's still on kicking that game, you know what I'm saying? We can learn a little bit, a little something.
Just sitting, waiting on the bench. You got some bench woman niggas who's just waiting on some pussy to just kind of fall out on the floor so he can grab that shit real quick. You understand? Y'all know what it is. Oh, that's my friend. Oh, friend zone. Wait a minute, friend. That's like my buddy. Come over here and help me paint, friend. You were hoping that that dude was going to be a big enough simp to come over there and help your ass paint without no pussy being on the flat. See, because you're dangling the pussy in his face. See, the pussy is the dangling. You know that. You know you dangling that thing in this man's face inadvertently. That's getting him to do certain things. You know that. Women, y'all know that. You know certain guy friends, the niggas painting your crib. You know that nigga in the back of his mind thinking some balls is about to pop off at some point. Yeah, you thought it was paint and simp. Yeah, y'all want paint and simp. Oh, we friends though. We supposed to be friends. Let me tell you something. Guys don't help their other guy friends paint their house. Okay? Women, let me tell you something about friends. I got a lot of guy friends. Guess what I ain't doing? Helping them niggas paint. We don't help niggas paint. If you want to paint the house, nigga, you do it, or you hire some painters, my dude. We ain't trying to help our homies paint. What are you talking about? Ladies, let's stop being silly. We friends. Friends can't help friends? No, you're trying to save some money and you're trying to use your pussy as a cash app. You're going to try to use your pussy as a little cash app and save you some money from hiring a painter. Like, I got a little simp sitting over here in the wings. Let me save me a couple of dollars. I know this nigga wants some of this pussy. Let me dangle it in this nigga's face and have him come over here and paint so I can save me a couple of dollars. No. No, ma'am. No, we don't do that. Shout out to that dude who woke up from a simp coma. He was in a simp coma, yes. She thought it was going to be a paint and simp situation. No. And women do that. Women be trying to get niggas to come over and paint and all that. No. No. I've had women say that to me. I'm painting my room. Can you come over? I'm offended. What makes you think did I give you the impression that I was that type of simp nigga? Let me tighten up this ribbon. Oh, no. Give me a screwdriver. Let me tighten this ribbon up. You think, well, you didn't even ask me some shit like that. Hold on. Tighten my mouthpiece up. Hold on.
Okay, he's just talking about
I didn't give you the wrong
game right now, but
I get offended if
you kicking some real like shit.
To come paint your spot. What did I do to give you that impression that I was that nigga to even ask? Are you just throwing the umbrella out? You throwing the net out just to see what simp you can catch? Don't do that. I'm about to block you, sweetie. No. You know better. You're trying to save a couple of dollars. No. Brielle, I talked about the bonnets earlier. Yeah, my nigga was in a simp coma. My dude was in a simp coma. And women, y'all know what you do. Women know. Women play these little games with dudes with that little friend zone thing. Y'all play these little games. You know a nigga want to smash. You know he's hanging around. You talking about that's your friend. Ladies, y'all women who talk about you got these male friends, what do y'all really talk about? That's hella deep. You ain't got no. A lot of y'all ain't got no male friends. That's some. You know who if you got a genuine friend because y'all have some of the same interests that you guys are both working on. Like I have a lot of women friends that we work on activism, things like that. So I do have genuine women friends because we have a common goal about something else outside of just two people sitting around talking. There's an agenda. If you are friends with a dude and there is no outside agenda, meaning that this is not somebody that you work with, this is not somebody that you're into some kind of activism with, this is not somebody that you're into some kind of community building with, if this ain't somebody that you guys have some kind of outside constructive agenda with, that's just a nigga waiting around for some ass. And you know it. You know that's a nigga who's just waiting around. And y'all be low-key teasing these niggas, making them think, throwing a little shit at them, making them think that there's a possibility. Oh, you know the phone with the niggas? Oh, I don't know. Dude, I'm so tired of this. I don't be dating like that anymore. I've been celibate. I'm just going to stay celibate. I don't know. Y'all be saying a little shit like that. Y'all be teasing niggas. I'm just going to stay celibate, man. I ain't doing this up to nobody. I'm just going to be celibate. Just be by myself. And the simp nigga be like, he bucking his eyes on the other end of the phone. Ooh, celibate. I bet that thing will be nice and tight when they're ready. He bucking his eyes, and you know he is. Y'all play these little games with niggas. Oh, y'all play these little games with these simps, making them think there's hope. Oh, y'all play that game. Telling your little simp friend, you know, they open up, you know, the corona is going away. They opening up restaurants now. You know, the corona is subsiding now. You know, they opening up restaurants. Oh, for real? Yeah, y'all be throwing little hits at your simps. Yeah, they got a new restaurant downtown Houston, a new steakhouse that they just opened up. Man, I can't wait. We can go there Saturday. Oh, okay. Y'all be throwing hits to your simps. Okay, I guess we can go. Y'all be eating all this nigga steak money. Ooh, I love you are such a good friend. You my best friend, Darnell. Yeah, y'all going on them simp dates. And what's really disrespectful, when you go on a simp date, ladies, then you bring your homegirl with you. That's really disrespectful to the simp. You show up, hey, Darnell, this is my girl, Catherine. And the simp niggas sitting up here buying all that steak and lobster. Oh, we're going to have some simp counseling out here. Some of y'all simping, y'all doing the most. You simp ass niggas out there with, you got a woman that you in the friend zone with. You in the friend zone like, well, you want some pussy, you ain't got no game. She can put you in the friend zone. Now you and her and her homegirl at the crab leg spot. You up here with a damn crab leg, brother. So how long y'all two been friends? Talking dumb simp shit. Oh, y'all go to school together? Stupid ass nigga. We're gonna have simp counseling. I don't want to see no simp niggas up here tricking on crab legs to these women running game on your ass. I can't stand to see it. I've been seeing too much of it. now that the corona has lifted up, I'm seeing a lot of simp dates. They run, yeah, you sitting there with your crab leg bib on looking stupid than a motherfucker. Come on, brother. We gotta have a simp intervention right now. I'm tired of seeing it. I've been driving around seeing niggas with the crab leg bonnet on, with the bib, talking dumb shit with a table full of women. Come on, we gotta stop this. Oh, we're gonna have to stop this. Come on, we gotta get it together, guys. These women been in the house, stuck with the corona, so they've been sitting up plotting. They got a whole Rolodex of simp niggas that they trying to eat good, they trying to go out, they need niggas to put the bill. And y'all niggas that got y'all little PPP loans, so y'all ready to trick it off, thinking you some big baller nigga because you can trick all your little money off and ain't get no ass. Come on. We gotta get you right. I ain't about to look at a bunch of niggas with crab bibs on, tricking it off. Anyway, y'all, let me get up out of here, man. I'll be here all night. I'll be here for 2 hours chopping it up with y'all, man. We had a great broadcast tonight.
Yeah, man, Tariq Nasheed, he be cracking me up more times, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. But yeah, that's what's up though. Kwame Brown, eh?
Kwame Brown is the man right now, man. I gotta tip my hat to him, man.
Right.
Well, there's this one video I want to show you about Kwame Brown.
Yeah, let me get a Kwame Brown video.
You know what? I'm gonna go to the most recent video he did. Dr. Boyce Watkins was going back and forth with him, you know? But this is how Kwame goes in on him. Check this out. And you know, it's all for just cause, man, you know? Boyce Watkins does the most. What he tries to do is to get ahead of every type of video, every type of story, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what makes him like watered down, because he doesn't really thoroughly go through, you know, the whole science of what's going on, you know? He's just basically doing it for views at this point.
All right, let me hear something.
That's Kwame right there.
Come here.
Dr. Boy, you ain't taking about the age. I think you know why. The age is up and saying the N-word. You ain't make no video how to take their name down yet, Doc. Now they saying a lot of N-words, and theirs is really hate speech. But I think we kind of know why now you won't say nothing no age. But you got an Asian dad. Yeah. What's his name? Charles? Who? Your Asian dad? Let me shut up. Hold on. Let me shut up. You drove me back to smoke. I'm doing good. I'm trying to figure out how am I Jim Jones. I know. You talking about Jim Jones? the alarm went on. All right.
Sir Early, what up? What up? What's popping? Yeah, boom, boom, boom.
Hold on. Let me give you a little shit. Because Dr. Boy said, "Oh, y'all stupid." Dr. Boy, we said you stupid. I hear you talking to people like that. You're a doctor. You ain't that smart, doctor. I'm telling you right now, you just hiding in groups for long. What I know you ain't hiding in groups. You little condescending bitch. We gonna get to you in a minute. Hold on, let me sit.
Yo, you want to come on the show, man?
So, you talking to?
Get to Dr. Boy.
Anybody want to join the panel?
I want to.
Oh, my bad.
That glow stick, Chris Bouchard.
Oh, Sir Early in the chat. He's a supporter of the show, you know.
Okay.
The same little team to the. How in the hell
He's cool, man.
Motherfuckers that look like that? Fake ass.
He said widget.
High yellow, freckle face punk. And a motherfucker that needs to be spending his whole check rearranging his whole goddamn face. Gonna sit there and laugh on TV talking about Scotty Pippen. You immature punk motherfucker think y'all slick. I know y'all feel hurt inside, and the only thing y'all hold on to is that little punk ass job. So all y'all
I heard that.
But bitch, Scotty Pippen is a Hall of Fame. And I don't believe what he said. Oh, I believe you two punk. Especially you, Rob Park. I told you.
Said rolling up for this
one. The only thing we want to hear out of you bitches is you give us a date to when your punk ass having plastic surgery. Until then, shut the fuck up, nigga.
Oh.
I told you when you go on a date, take your motherfucking wallet to your mouth and show up on the date. Don't say shit but hello, and then close the tape back. Yeah. That's how ugly you is, motherfucker. Don't be talking about no goddamn life. The more you two bitches talk, the more I'm gonna fuck with y'all. Y'all don't have the right to talk about people.
Kwame been canceled though. He can't cancel his YouTube.
Talking about Scotty like that?
You gotta have a good reason.
Right.
No. So shut y'all goddamn mouth. We gonna look into you, motherfucker. I need to get me a private investigator on my team. I want to see what you niggas really look like and live like, and man, what's about you niggas? Y'all want to know who we sleep with, who we eat with. We gonna find out who the fuck y'all sleep with, and put y'all shit out on TV and see how y'all like it. Y'all some goddamn punk. Every goddamn day y'all got something to say about a black man, and in a way where it's funny, it's snickering. He in the Hall of Fame, but you making jokes about him and you ain't shit. Neither one of you motherfuckers getting paid to run y'all mouth, a bunch of fucking gossip girls. Why you wasn't talking about stats and shit? Ain't you a sports show? We don't want to hear your opinion about nothing. So I'm gonna give my opinion about you two ugly motherfuckers. Green and skippy looking bitches. I know why they like to pick on people so much. I know why they like to pick on. I'm gonna pick on you bitches. I know why y'all like to pick on people so much. Cause you know y'all was the butt of all goddamn jokes. I got paid while you was looking on me.
Who should he fight though?
Who?
You was getting joked on for real. I know you was getting joked on.
Who's gonna fight 7'1" Kwame Brown? You gotta fight
Charles Barkley.
You gotta fight Stephen A. I don't think you said anything about Barkley.
That's what we want to hear out of a sports show.
Well, I think he said Wilder.
I'm gonna be a personality and combat y'all personality. How like that?
Oh,
Wilder
and the players.
And Kwame.
Wilder gotta fight Tyson Fury first. And redeem himself. Because goddamn.
Yeah.
Down my video.
Oh, he still didn't redeem himself?
Such a dumbass doctor. Good, and then disrespect somebody right after that.
Well, they're thinking about doing a third fight, but
I think because they've been trained to like
Tyson Fury's running.
You hide up under Dr. Paul and you say other men's names that they respect, but they're not really listening to the condescending shit that you say out your mouth, fat bitch. Because you a disrespectful little motherfucker. Even on your podcast, you disrespect the people that don't agree with you. You start off by trying to get me advice. Well, I need to learn. They're just picking on your basketball game. You should just get over it. This and that. Soon as somebody disagrees with your bitch head, oh, you're not intelligent. You just don't get it. I only want 10% anyway. It's a privilege to be over here. Like you all high and mighty. So any conversation that we enter into with a bitch like you always win. You always set the parameters of what the conversation is about. You either get it or you don't because you're dumb. You a stupid motherfucker. You know that? Now, I want to know how am I compared to a white pastor that went around church houses and took advantage of mostly black women from the videos I was looking at. Every person in the front row was a black woman screaming and shouting at a white man. You compare me, a man who came to YouTube saying that you can get your own independence learning 3 trades. Came here and let people use my videos to, spread around a little economics, spread around a little income, the shit that you don't know how to make or spread to people without them paying into you. You want people with no money to pay you to teach them how to get money, and you never really do it, really, in my opinion. Because the numbers of black folks in the wage gap hasn't really decreased from no motherfuckers listening to you. Or everybody will be on your page listening to you. You dry up race forward talking motherfucker you. Who the fuck can sit here and listen to a condescending bitch talk himself in circles when he debunked his own goddamn argument while he talking? You know what? I don't even know that Kwame Brown fella. I just thought, he was a basketball player, but now, I just had to see why he was going over there. You know what? He reminded me of a demagogue. He reminded me of goddamn Jim Jones, goddamn alleged murderous guy who just took advantage of women through the church, might I add. Does this look like a church, you stupid son of a bitch? Does this look like I'm asking anybody for a handout? I'm giving more out than I'm getting, you stupid son of a bitch. How could you make a comparison like that, boy? And then go on to say you ain't say nothing negative about it? Boy, there's something wrong with you, boy. And let me shout out to this YouTuber that pointed it out. I hope I'm not butchering the name. He's from Hong Kong. His name is Mupak Kwame. MUPAKWAM. He in Hong Kong.
Yeah, he's live right now talking about it. Shout out Mupak Kwame.
In Hong Kong. And Carcino. I think both of them played it and I saw it. And I'm like, last night, no, I ain't getting back on tonight. I'm tired of it. But you compared me to like a cold, murderous, psychopathic cult leader that took advantage through the church. So are you saying churches are bad, Dr. Boy? We got a lot of black churches in our community now. And a lot of these pastors a lot of these pastors give out hope like you do, little bitch. Because I heard your little Asian daddy, how he spoke about you. Your little Asian daddy had a leash around you, boy. Yeah, your Asian daddy, look how he talked about you, boy. He said you were just a character, a little puppet. Like I told you were, bitch. I knew you were puppet. That third eye told me before I even knew you. I said something over there told me stay fucking with you. Didn't I say that, boy? And when you had people call me, I even told those people. I said, okay, I don't leave alone, but I don't want to talk to him. Maybe you can do it. No, in his time. No, you teaching young black boys to marry single mothers. See, you a pandering bitch. Because just by the numbers, and real women don't respect you. They can tell you're pandering to them. Because guess what my mama told me? My mama cooking told me when a woman with 3 or 4 kids tried to get me right out of high school. My mama said, hell no, boy. You're going somewhere. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know how many responsibilities that is? You gotta take care of her kids. You gotta argue with the baby daddy. You don't need that shit. So women will tell their sons that. So you don't think women can understand why a young man that's going places would want to do that, single with no kids? You think that's bashing women, you stupid son of a bitch? So only women can make logical decisions like that. And only mothers can say that. But if a man say, no, I'm worth something, I'm going somewhere, I would rather start my own name because you don't got your own name.
Exactly.
Now everybody else supposed to do it, you're going to make it a thing. If you decide to fall in love with a woman who has children and she floats your boat, motherfucker fall in love. That's an individual thing. But by and large, you jackass, you a doctor. You supposed to go off the number, you pandering punk bitch. And that's why nobody don't like to listen to nobody like you. Because that is the dumbest advice I ever heard. You's a jackass. I'm a man with children. And every woman I dated, they had to run into my baby mama. And everything they thought about not taking the man with kids, it came to reality. So I don't blame them, you punk bitch. It is hard to deal with. So why would you need courage in that? Are you pandering bitch? Yes, you are. Because the only thing you're going to do is go with what the flow is. Bitch, you thought that was going to get women to respect you. And yeah, because I'm a single mama. No, they want the truth, motherfucker. Because while you pandering to them, men still hit them and running the fuck away from them. So maybe if you want to help them, you might want to tell them the goddamn truth. Don't have Pookie baby and then go try to marry goddamn Stanford. Maybe go have Stanford baby and then Stanford take care of you. But you still have sex with Pookie if that's what you want to do. But just make sure it don't result in your baby. Pookie don't want your baby. Pookie already ain't a good daddy. Pookie already chilling with his homeboy. Pookie already showed you what he's doing. So if you decide to go shoot with Pookie, that's a consequence to that. Boys, since you don't want to tell women the truth ever, you can't really fair.
You going in on Dr. Boyce, because Dr. Boyce be talking shit.
You don't know that I was sitting here using drama to get people in so I can bring them in here and tell them something to do what they need to hear. You qualify. You good enough. Take no coach, bitch. I tell people they can do it. And I'm showing them by my action. Showing them, give a little love out. Be a little more free. Don't try to cloak off information. This story is bigger than what people think. Their whole minds and brains are being controlled. Narratives are being swung. You see, did they like you punk bitch?
This is what Dr. Boyce said about Kwame Brown.
All right.
It's out to get people from being in their feelings. It's time to get people to be in their consciousness and move with a purpose. You know.
You know what I mean? So it's like, come on. He does sound condescending when you listen to him.
About this,
right?
And a long time I wasn't really going to talk much about it, but you know, there's a point where honesty is just the best policy, and I'm kind of tired of beating around the bush and being nice about it. I don't believe in straddling the fence. I don't really come on here to talk to you guys in an effort to be popular. I can care less about people, liking me and me fitting in and all this other stuff. And the other reason why I don't really want to fit in and be the coolest guy on the block is because where I come from, the kids who were the cool kids were the ones who ended up in jail. The guys who were the cool guys were the ones who became drug addicts. The kids who became the cool kids were the ones who ended up with 8 babies, mamas, and STDs, no money in the bank, and struggled. And so, one of the things that I've always hated, I'm just telling you, one thing I've always hated about being a black man is that there's a type of immaturity that exists in our community, a type of immaturity that is stifling. It does not allow us to move forward. It keeps us looking like motherfucking clowns, and I just don't want to be part of any of that. So, for those guys in Kwame Brown, and Kwame Brown, I did not know anything about this dude. Kwame, I just knew he was the number one draft pick in the NBA draft back in the day. Michael Jordan picked him. I know that they made fun of him because they considered him to be a bust and all these other things, right? They're saying, oh, he's not that good or whatever. I didn't care. I was never a guy who attacked him. I never sat around thinking about the fact that Kwame wasn't as good as they thought he was going to be. I just knew that this was the conversation of sports. But I didn't really care, right? So 20 years later, Kwame popped up on the internet. He's doing these videos, and suddenly he kind of popped off loads of, you know. And I still didn't care because I don't really watch YouTube videos. And but everyone seems to like what he's talking about. You know, he does this thing called Mama's Cooking. He likes to roast people and stuff like that. And that's not my thing because I'm not really. I know that the best way to be popular on the internet is to be a comedian. And the reason I think that that's true is because people see the black man as a joke. When the black man is telling jokes, then that is a way of neutering him and basically turning it into a bitch. And so, effectively, I don't get into any of that. I just remain silent. I just say, okay, that's what people do. But the reality is that the black man is seen almost like a kid, like a teenager. You know, you got a lot of 40-year-old men that, you know, they got hair on their balls, but really they're not men. You know, these guys that say, well, I'm not going to be no stepdaddy. Well, you're saying that shit because Kevin Samuels said it. You're repeating what Kevin Samuels said when everybody knows that if it wasn't for some black man stepping up and helping you out when your daddy wasn't around, that you never would have become the person you are today, right? It's silly. It's what I call the nigger net. I never wanted to be part of the nigger net. I never want to be part of the niggatry that exists on the nigger net. Just this really ridiculous backward thinking. This sort of like I'm gonna get on here and yell and scream, and that's the same as actually making progress. You know, this desire to beef as opposed to resolve your conflicts. I'm not a fan of that. So I was never really into what Kwame did. I just kind of ignored it. I didn't really care. And for some reason, and then I was asked a question about something with Kwame, and I did a little video about it. And in the video, I went out of my way to be exceptionally supportive, even though honestly deep down, it ain't my type of thing. The content's not my thing. I can't watch more than 3-4 minutes of it because I'm kind of okay, where am I and how we're getting better here. And so effectively, I just basically said, hey, bro, you may not want to put the N word in your titles because if you put the N word in your title, they'll take your channel down because that is what they would do if you were white. So next thing I know, Kwame's doing a video on me, literally like 5 minutes later. And I'm like, why is he doing a video about me? I'm not that important. Like, what? And he completely went out of his way to misinterpret everything that I was saying. You know, I mean, have you ever had that happen where you just, like, wait, you completely took everything I said totally out of context, and you're coming up with your own interpretation that almost sounds like it came from another planet. So I'm getting calls from people who are saying, yeah, why is Mommy mad at you? And then I'm getting all these messages from people, oh, you got Mama's cooking. You got Mama's cooking. I'm like, what the fuck is Mama's cooking? No, I'm sorry. Okay, you go in the kitchen and cook with Mama. Daddy's out here trying to build something. Daddy's trying to do Daddy's work. Daddy's hunting. You go deal with Mama's cooking. Because I don't even know what that means, but I did not care, right? And so the thing was, it was really frustrating and confusing to me. And I was like, okay, and people are like, you should have called him. You should have called him. I'm like, how do I call him? I don't know this man. I don't know NBA players. I don't hang out with celebrities. I don't try to. I know a couple of them because they reach out to me. I talk to Ice Cube because Ice Cube called me. I did not call Ice Cube. and so it was one of those weird things where I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to call Kwame Brown? Like, you think I got his phone number? I don't have this man's phone number. And so what I did notice was I noticed a lot of groupthink. And this is the type of thing that I'm not a fan of. Right? In the black community, you can notice groupthink when you see people repeating the same thing over and over again. So I kept seeing people saying, Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Well, you should have called him. You should have called him. I'm like, okay, I get it. So people said in the video, he should have called me. And now you're saying you should have called him, right? Because people are not that smart, just to be honest with you. And people think it's elitist to say that people aren't that smart, but that's fucking true. You know that shit's fucking true. I mean, I don't know about y'all. I know y'all got some relatives that are like, it ain't that they're really dumb, like it's like determined to be, or they're gonna be stuck being stupid, but they want to be stupid. They want to be dumb. They want to be anti-intellectual. They want to go backwards. They don't want to process information. They don't want to grow, right? So it's not about being ignorant or uneducated. I'm not even talking about formal education. I'm talking about the desire to have critical thinking skills necessary for you to actually solve a problem. I'm talking about the desire to say, okay, how do I get past my own emotions, my own feelings, my own ego, so that I can figure out how to actually come up with a constructive solution, how I can actually get along with people, so I spend more time building than I spend destroying.
Because if Kwame took any time to watch my platform on any level, he would know that not only are my friends, but all the people that he shouts out. He shouts out Claude Anderson. Claude Anderson is like a father to me. I talk to this man twice a week. He shouts out Joe Brown. Joe Brown is very close. I'm cool with Joe Brown and his people. He shouts out Ice Cube. Me and Ice Cube, we worked together on a lot of big projects. So I'm like, if all of our friends are the same people, then maybe you and I could be friends if you got on the phone with me and we talk it out. But instead, it becomes this weird thing that I just have no appreciation for. It becomes this high school thing. Like, I'm going to get mad. I'm going to make a video about you. I'm going to roast you because I'm going to talk about you with Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking, boy. I'm going to keep Mama's cooking, boy. What the fuck does that mean? Like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, are we really like 18 now? Like, and look, my feeling with Bobby was like, is that, and the only reason I'm talking about this, in case you want to know why I'm talking about it, it's because the man has done a video about me every single day. He's literally done a video almost every single day. Well, he did 2 videos about me today. And I'm gonna think I'm not that important. And I'm not your enemy. Right? The white man's your enemy. White supremacy is your enemy. How about we fight that? How about we come together and fight white supremacy? How about, and I'm gonna tell you, I get these messages. I'm gonna tell you about a little bit about my what I see on my end. I get these messages. You should have kept Kwame's name out your mouth. Well, first of all, fuck you. And second, I'm gonna talk about what I want. The white man can't shut me down. You can't shut me down either. So, I'm not worried about enemies, foreign or domestic. I'm not scared of the white man trying to shut me down. I'm not scared of Negroes trying to shut me down. This is not gonna work. But then second of all, what are you talking about? If you talk about keeping somebody's name out of your mouth, my name was in his mouth a lot. My name was in his mouth a lot more than his name was in my mouth. I didn't really even mention the brother until I kept hearing that he's doing all these videos over and over again.
Okay, that's enough of that. Now we're going back to Kwame. Because this guy is coming with the bullshit, right? His name was in my mouth before my name was in his mouth. Nigga.
You're not moving with no purpose because you joining some group talking a bunch of shit and nothing get fixed. Dr. Boyce, you attack me. The biggest thing to help the black community right now is to get Kwame Brown to stop saying the N-word on YouTube. So much so that you took time out of your marriage. The same weekend you're getting married. I allege that there's something called a board on bill on them, right? I argue with two dudes, which turned into Charlemagne's guy, which turned into Stephen A. putting me on ESPN, trying to defame me, which turned into my whole family being doxxed and discredited, which turned into almost every YouTuber that is going to hurt their pocket because I'm countering the bullshit that they're saying. I'm not standing on anyone's shoulder. Shout out to the young man who said Daddy's cooking on his show because it's a personal thing.
Daddy's cooking. Jeez.
And if it took your daddy to do that, then shout out to your daddy. Shout out to you. You gotta be connected to something. That young man don't sound like he out trying to shoot nobody in the street. Sound like he's defending himself and whoop your ass. Just a man. So a daddy cooking gave you that, and it's not about a daddy or a mama. I want it to be daddy and mama cooking. Because you need both. But I'm waking people up with that terminology. Dr. Boyce, you so dumb, you couldn't even understand. What is mama cooking? You equated it to a 12-year-old. You even made it sound goofy and dumb. But what's goofy and dumb is that you've been doing something for 25 years. You ain't moved up into the number one bracket of it yet. That's goofy and dumb. You've been doing something for 25 years. You ain't in the top 20. You ain't in the top 25. Now that's pretty waste of time, dumb. That's why your wife is trying to get your ass off that phone. She might be abusive enough. We ain't got time to come on, what is wrong? Fuck wrong with you? You thought that weekend education was going to trump for you? See, let me explain something to you, boy. You keep calling yourself an elder. Who the fuck told you you was an elder? I said I want to connect to the elders. I never said you was an elder. Elders don't move like that. Elders are not condescending, cocky bitches like you. Elders understand that every man is important in his collective. You're going to need these numbers. You want only 10% of condescending motherfuckers that talk and act like you. Can y'all rebuild America? Can y'all fix the roadways? Can y'all control the power grid? Can y'all do anything other than run your fucking mouth? Now, I'm sure some of y'all that are very good with finance and all this stuff, you need that. But you don't got to stand on somebody else's shoulder because they don't talk and walk and act like you, bitch. And that's your fucking problem. And that's a lot of you bourgeoisie motherfucking problem. You're going to need guys like you. Regular common people. You can say whatever about me, bitch. You can tell me I'm whatever because I play the game. It's just a game, motherfucker. I'm not no celebrity. I just want to play a goddamn game at the highest level. You never asked me what I thought about it. It was just a fucking game that I used as a stepping stone to put my mother on a golf course. I've seen too much real life for you to get me caught up into this dumb shit and wordplay. You just talking, boys, and I told you that. I'm something different. You never figured out how to feed all those 200 or something thousand subscribers, boy. Once you let them use your videos, ain't you the economic guy? You didn't know that would put money in their pocket, yeah? I need an intermission of roasting your bitch ass because you so easy. I told you, you look like the motherfucker a trip to get his head against the locker in high school and you out here talking shit and cussing now. Bitch, shut up. That your wife don't even like you. You probably set her up to marry you. Somebody told me how you proposed to her with a fanny pack on. You know that was the lamest shit ever. You proposed to his wife with a fanny pack on. Yeah, looking like a fat baby. Stupid little looking bitch. She wanted to say no, but you put her on camera. She wanted to divorce your ass in 2 years and take you back out. You know, man, camp motherfucker. There ain't nothing wrong with the thing. But it's wrong with boys being in the thing. He did do that shit. I saw the picture of his fat ass. He wears white socks with like great New Balance, stomach hanging all over. He can work out when you got there with him. But you done got married already. Now he want to curse and shit. You ain't no fool about it, man. You want to study all day. And that's what's wrong with us now. We got weak, soft bitches like you trying to fake intellect a man. Men don't care about that. We'll stop you, boy. What's wrong with you? Trying to come up and act like a better version of a woman, trying to out-intellect a man all day. All you're doing is controlling the narrative, setting your shit up, getting your shit. Well, let me tell you about such and such. He's that, and if you don't believe what I say, you know. Just said, I'm a doctor.
DJ Dawood, what's up?
YouTube with a busty bus with a high school education. You an economic man? See, you can't make no money. You don't know how to make no money. See, that's why you got to sit up under a dude like Charles Wong or whatever his name is, and then he got to give you money to be a boy. Give you money for a product you don't even believe in. You selling hope to women. That's why you always pandering to women. Now women think that if they go out and have 3-4 kids, make a bitch ass nigga like you wait for 20-30 years and go out and live their life and come back and they gonna have a nigga like you waiting on them.
Oh, we listening to Kwame Brown, man. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't a man among
breaking down how he feels about
look at your life and say, yeah, that's what
everything, you know? You already know.
Telling young boys to do that, you are a dumb motherfucker. Would you tell young girls?
Shout out.
Would you tell young girls to go out and be with a man with multiple kids? So that's what you want. You gonna tell your daughters in that house, go find a man with multiple baby mamas. That's gonna be the best future for you. That's what you telling little girls. See, the only time a little soft, bush-fed, bitch-ass nigga like you will understand the bad behavior in that is when you put a woman in the place of the shit that you're talking about. Then you can see how it's a bad thing and you a coward, punk bitch. See, I've been called out the fact that your lesser charged homeboy is dead ass wrong for throwing honkies and shit at Donnell Rawlins Because if you did that to a female, that would have been sexual assault. See, but you a pandering punk. You want men to be disrespected on every level. Because they're your friend, he treated you nice. So probably threw a bunky at you too. Because he probably threw one back. Fuck wrong with you, nigga? Trying to use your education. I knew what they were trying to do. I knew the setup. I was like, who next? And so I told this nigga, I dealt with condescending niggas like that in school all my life. They'll disrespect you like shit and try to control the room by making you get upset. So I gave him the upset, fuck you, bitch. I want to disrespect him on every level. Because I knew I was going to use his own words to eat. When you fake smart like that, you'll talk yourself and say your own words to each other and make you fuck. So I still gave him the ratchet. Nigga, fuck you, because that's what we say to your little niggas like you in real life. Fuck you. You the fuck. And so I dealt with guys like that all my life. You come and try to be the calm guy, get you to curse and shout. Most people don't know how to see past the curse words, and you, a person, have a right to go get like that. They'll just, oh, he cursing. Oh my God. Then they'll make the world so sensitive. Oh my God, he's bad. They're cursing. So then he'll get away with the worst behavior in the world. You know, like tricking black people for that Asian boy. Then he don't even like you. He don't even like you. I bet your wife don't even like you. So you trick that woman and marry her. Gonna put on camera. That's supposed to be an intimate moment, you little bitch. That's an intimate moment you put on camera looking like you look. You didn't even have a tuxedo on. You wasn't even sharp. You were economics lady looking like that. I guess your deal with Charles, who had to run out. And now you're disrespecting all your subscribers. You're stupid. I think all y'all should unsubscribe because I'm willing to stand on the hill right now and die to show that y'all stupid and I'm tired of this shit. And you thought they were going to stay there? You understand? Trying to make it like it's a revolutionary thing. No, bitch. You ran your mouth about somebody that said it was a go along, get along game. And you're proving the point so much that you really are calling people stupid and then expecting them not to really start paying attention. See what happens when you call somebody dumb? They're going to look like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Now, they're paying attention to what you're saying. They don't give a fuck that you keep name dropping Claude Anderson and all these other men that done something they like. They paying attention to what you're saying now. Everything you're saying is bullshit. Everything out your mouth. You're telling people, he ain't trying to bring nobody together while I'm bringing in great men, letting men tell their stories. I want to get clean out these involved with too, because I believe the go along, get along game railroad him too. So, Dr. Moist, I ain't never heard you interview clean out these involved. I ain't never seen you interview my movie. I ain't never heard of you going to find Devin George that's building whole communities around the world. If you're an economic man, you're supposed to be finding men like that. And you probably couldn't get no money out of him because he already got the system in place. So you don't want to come up there and help with that with your knowledge. See, I noticed that you don't never give knowledge unless it comes with you making money. So you tried to throw that bullshit on me. You're more like Jim Jones than anybody else. I'm not selling a bunch of women fake lies and hope. I'm telling them the truth. I'm telling everybody the truth. You a lying punk ass bitch. That's the truth. You see videos of your condescending ass bringing up my name. Oh, everybody just keep asking me about him on Twitter. Who the fuck are you that everybody keeps calling you and asking? See, you know you can tell a lying some bitch when they over-exert themselves and everything, making themselves seem important. Stephen Jackson just called me, you know, and you just called me. You like a gatekeeper bitch, like I said. Why you getting so many calls about everything? Ain't nobody calling you about economics. Everybody calling you about drumming and talking about a busted butt. You got more calls about a busted butt basketball player and with some drama connected to one man, might I add you. You connected to Charlamagne the God, which I don't know why he used that name, because Judge Joe Brown told us what that name meant. But I noticed something about you go along, get along game. Because see, I thought you were talking about the rapper Jim Jones. But now that you said this guy's name Jim Jones, and I actually looked up this horrible person that you compared me to without even knowing me, Doc. You're on video saying you don't know me, and then making comparisons to a murderous cult leader, allegedly. You condescending bitch. But and that ain't even alleged. But I gotta ask you something, Jim Jones, because I'm starting to notice these people in these little industries. You guys take names of people that are horrible people. So I gotta ask you a question. Charlemagne the God, why is your name Charlemagne the God? That is a horrible man's name. Why are you still on the breakfast club? You a horrible man. DJ Envy, why are you out of that leash? I see you motherfucker. Put that leash back on your motherfucking neck. I know it's Sunday, and she probably at the grocery store getting some shit, and you walking around free in the yard. Bitch, put that leash back on your motherfucking neck. I don't know. So why is Jim Jones named Jim Jones? See, I'm starting to think this simulation that I think we in is absolutely true. And they give you these weirdo people, and they make them exalted on these platforms like they're bigger than life. And they put a bunch of niggas around them that'll do a bunch of nigga shit. And Dr. Boyce, he got a bunch of bourgeoisie around them that like to stand on everybody's shoulders that's coming with that real, so you can make sure you suppress their talking points. Because everything that all of y'all go along, get along games, all y'all keep talking about is when I'm doing the comic relief part. None of you mention code. None of you mention trade school. None of you mention fourth grade reading level. None of you mention the fact that I came onto YouTube and I helped more in the economics department than Dr. Boyce for the free. And you ain't have to put no dollar down to get my book. You didn't have to come to a seminar. You just had to come listen. Do you take the video, make it your own perspective, tell me if you think it's a go along, get along game. Start asking these real questions. Why didn't nobody ask? Chris Bouchard want to laugh at Scotty Pippen. How come they didn't ask Michael Jordan if he really want to trade me?
Right.
Nobody asked that question yet. I'm just still an angry guy. Nobody asked Stevie A hold his foot to the fire and say, hey, look, we don't want to see no more basketball players. Why was you at them colleges, boy? Why was you at them high schools, boy? And then chase the money from Disney, iHeart, and all these corporations and see who pays you. You will start seeing the truth of why so many people are talking about Kwame all of a sudden. See, they didn't just hear the joke. They heard and saw what I was doing. That's why so much sound going out. That's why it's niggas want to call my mama the B-word. That's why it's niggas up there on YouTube telling their whole audience that the people that are following me is bouncing on my lower part. They can't just see the realness and agree with something. And little boy, you got a feminine ass tongue, boy. You little boy, you little YouTube boy that said that, I think he's from California. You got a feminine ass tongue, boy, and I don't know who raised you. But where I'm from, that's very dangerous to talk like that, boy. I don't know what done happened to you little boy. I guess you raised up around your mama, and you done heard your mama going off and slipping and talking like the baddest motherfucker in the world. But you a man, sir. And there's certain things you ain't supposed to say out your mouth, sir. You little feminine males need to watch y'all motherfucking mouth. Y'all going too far with the disrespect for attention. Because other people see you. You don't get no man attention like that. That's how women get man attention. Sometimes we like women to talk like that. We get them back up. But you need to watch your body. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You niggas raised wrong. You niggas always want to stand on niggas' shoulders. You niggas are timid. Some of you niggas. And it ain't about the best fighter. There's some of you niggas can fight real good, but you just ain't fighting for nothing. You think that's masculine to go out and whoop a nigga ass. I'm not on YouTube saying, oh, I'm just the baddest motherfucker. I don't want this reputation that, oh, I just body people. No. They are bodying themselves. I said it was a go along, get along game. And all of them keep going along, getting along this direction because they don't know how to have a conversation. And white people can't say shit about black people in America right now. So they you black people like Stephen A., Charlamagne, Boyce Watkins, and all the people that are talking about you, mentioning me in interviews when you never mentioned me in interviews before, and then you start giving your opinion after never talking to me, regardless of whether I turned down an interview with you or not. That still doesn't make you know me. And it should not make us sworn enemies just because I didn't come talk to you. So you guys are exposing this go along, get along thing. I'm wondering who these white folks gonna send next. Because they normally send women by now. But I guess they tried to Dr. Boyce Watkins experiment because Boyce Watkins is one of those quiet, educated guys, but he cursing now, so he sounds stupid. The men can't identify with no man that makes decisions like you, boy. Shut up. You ain't gonna be able to hide up under Dr. Boyce Watkins forever. Fuck you talking about. We hear you. And blame this shit on Dr. Boyce. You ain't gonna be able to hide up under Dr. Claude Anderson forever. We talking about you, boy. Quit mentioning other men's names. Now, if I got somebody over me, why won't you explain this Asian daddy you have? Or did y'all break up? So, boy, when I watched that video, you was upset. Listen, man, I'm just old cool, man. Did you say the N-word when you were mad? I think you said the N-word when you was mad. You said you was a cool N-word, nigga. I think I heard you use the N-word. I might need to tell them how to take your page down. Oh, you can't just use it in the title. Oh, but you dang sure use the N-word now. I'm almost there. Piece of shit, you gatekeeping bitch. All this over a lesser charge pump. All you talking about me over this. But it ain't no go along, get along game. What happened to Chris Jackson? That wasn't no go along, get along game. That's just supposed to happen to everybody that stand there and pray and mind their own business. Remember, in America, we're supposed to have life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. But a man was minding his own business praying, and he couldn't do what he loved to do in America because he was pursuing his happiness. But it ain't no go along, get along game, though. You never asked about that, Dr. Punk. So, you want to tell me how I curse? Maybe, you know what, Doc? You right. You know what I'm going to do, Doc? Since the world's so brainwashed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get one of them beats. I'm going to buy that beat from that dude, Self-Talk. Shout out to Self-Talk. I'm going to get that beat, get a little bit of Mama's Cook. I'm going to play it low in the background so when I'm cursing and saying the N-word and I'm saying fuck you, it's to a beat. But we love music as long as we cursing in songs. But that's what the white man want to hear. That's what they capitalize off of. So I'll put a beat to it so I can say everything I'm saying so we don't have to worry about that no more. But I ain't hear you out here crucifying radio stations and rapping. You say all of them call you, but you don't want to be their friend. If you start begging for money from all of them. Fuck you talking about. You know, so you make that much money, Doc. You don't need nobody. You don't need your subscribers because they stupid. You don't need nothing. You make that much money that you just such a bad motherfucker. You don't need to subscribe to nobody. You damn sure need that Asian daddy. Then talking about you wasn't a part of it. Your face all over the goddamn shit. Who would let somebody use their likeness and all that? You on the front cover of the shit. You either a dumbass, Doc, or you know exactly what you're doing. You paid puppet. Do you even believe in the product, Doc? You just like that motherfucker, Jim Jones. And Jim Jones is white. Jim Jones was in the church. Yeah. You got a little disdain with white men because that's your connection. You stay away from white men so you can fake like you full black. But them agents can drag your ass all over because you were. Yeah. Told that nigga he was more like a little character. And when he cried on TV, he got a little extra money. Sitting out here crying, they'll get a little weasel like he was crying. I wish that boy would have asked me to get on there and cry. I looked at his ass. That's why me and you'll never get along, boy. Because if I would have met the Jim Jones, the real Jim Jones, you see it wasn't nothing men in there, you dumb bitch. So I wouldn't have been nowhere around no motherfucking Jim or Jones. We can see through that shit, man. Just like I saw through your bitch. Fuck you talking about? They don't. The church don't influence a whole race of men. They influence a whole race of women. Church is in the inside, baby. I know God. I speak God. you talking about? You a trip, Doc. You ain't nothing like that. You ain't nothing that your wife like. You trying to make yourself seem relevant.
Oh, they messing up the live.
Hold on, get it on game.
I know this person. Yeah, you know, because the ghetto boys, and I know such, and I know goddamn about the club, and I know Charlamagne, and I go out here, and I go out here.
I'll be by my motherfucker. Stand by yourself, Doc. So we can hear you. We hear you now, though. None of them people gonna be able to say the shit you said. Since we so motherfucking stupid, I hope your septic tank break and the motherfucker you come over there, you remember your thing. Hold on, bitch. Ain't you say you only want 10%? I ain't fixing your shit and leave. You so smart, figure out how to fix it. Fuck it. I hope you're a Spanish guy or somebody like that. Go and fix your own shit and then fuck you and walk off. The motherfucker that cut your grass, since you so smart, you cut this motherfucker and walk the fuck off. The electrician come over there and bitch. Hey man, you know everything else. Go to the electrician do, bitch. Bye. Condescending motherfucker. That's how you talk to people. You a piece of goddamn work. You know that? You could be. I bet you don't hang with men like that for real. Them niggas just hang around you for a photo op and connection with Charlamagne. Because Charlamagne, for a little black short ass weasel, you got a connection to a lot of people and a lot of money. I wonder why they give them so much money. The average black man makes $42,000 to $50,000 a year. But Charlamagne got access to a lot of money. Yeah, a 6-some bitch that's smelling seats on air. He must know a lot of 6-some bitches. Now they won't. Women, when y'all got so soft that y'all are watching the nigga get a playbook for sexual harassment right in the office. This man say things like you can't rape the women on camera. These are his words, by the way, just for educational purposes. Y'all can go back and look at the tape. He said you can't R-word the willing.
What? You can't rape the willing. What does that mean?
It don't make no sense, man. What we watching right in front of y'all, letting this shit happen right in front of us. They watching this man soften our kids up for what's to come. He's softening them up on the radio. This is what this man is doing. They're passing bills in California and all over the place where when 6-some bitches like Charlamagne, the lesser charge, get a hold of your little young baby, that motherfucker ain't going to prison. And you gonna look like the bad guy if you do something after that. Because he's gonna be sick. He's gonna be mentally ill. He just needs to go to a treatment center for 6 months and let him out. And then he needs to go to the school and read to your babies. And then after he reads your baby a book, he needs to go to the camps with your baby. Yeah. We need mentors for these kids, not their daddy. Yeah. We want to do anything possible to keep their biological father, probably the only man that don't want to sexually assault them, away from them. And let's put a bunch of strange men around them, call them mentors, men that we don't get background checks, men that they can talk their soft, men that could have been abused them damn self in the household. Put them around other people's children. And let's see if the abuse becomes the abuse. And we wonder why we can't find our keys. We wonder why every other motherfucking 20 minutes there's an Amber Alert going off on goddamn phone. I know where my son at every fucking day, every second of the day. Now I might not know what he's doing, but sometimes I don't want that little fuck on that game. Sometimes he's asleep. You put your little head on him and turn it down real quiet, he still play games. But his ass is upstairs, he's home. I'm like that, man. Hey, little boy, he touched that door. What the fuck you doing there, boy? What the fuck do you think you going there, boy? Huh? You going with who? Nigga don't even think about it. Y'all don't want that. You want the mentor. You want the stepdaddy that ain't got no connection to this baby. So you don't know if the stepdaddy just wants the mama. Just fine ass mama. Stepdaddy might be jealous of the goddamn kid sometimes. That ain't the first option, boy. We don't even know if some kids like you. I wouldn't want no nigga around my mom. Fuck you, nigga. First down shit, I've been looking at that nigga like, especially if she'd have bought a nigga like Boy, so soft would have beat your ass, boy. Why you would have laughed at this nigga? That bunch of big ass trees, you would have fucked you up, boy. Your ass would have left that thing. You would have even made it after them. So you just told me anything. I would have said, bitch, you ain't my daddy. I don't give a fuck if you giving me good advice. Bitch, you ain't my daddy. Fuck you. Yeah, I would have told you that as a kid. Shut your goddamn mouth. Fuck you talking about, nigga. You done bought the ugly ass teeth up in my goddamn mama.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough roasted, man. He roasted this guy.
Somebody said that.
Like none other.
Oh, man. Oh, Lord have mercy, boy. Why you stepping into this shit, man? A soft ass nigga like you that been picked on your whole life. Look like you were wearing them thick sole black shoes in high school.
So you see how it goes?
Legit.
He probably knocked out or something like that, you know what I'm saying? I know it's late. But yo, see how it goes, y'all? I'm trying to silence one boy. And that's the boy's trying to act condescending. And basically talk down. Act like he's smarter than he really is, you know? You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm from a show me state. Can you dig it? Kwame Brown breaks it down to where you have no choice but to answer these questions. Give us answers, you know? You gotta go along, get along, gang, and why y'all trying to desecrate young black men coming up? You know? This is the question. You know? Why y'all letting certain black men slide when they're participating in certain activities that are not conducive to what black men do. So, you know, they're trying to push an agenda that's opposite from what we are. You know? So, back to boys. If you really want to be constructive about it, just leave it alone. Don't talk about it anymore. And just see what goes, what gets in from that. You know what I'm saying? Other than, you know, my slogan, people willing to feel, get out of